Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nicholas Sacca. I am one of many supporters of the Forgive Student Loan Debt movement, sponsored by Cryn and Robert Applebaum in Staten Island, New York, and Cryn in Washington, D.C. I'm one of her avid supporters. Basically, I'm here to give you a video presentation of my letter to the Secretary of the Department of Education, Secretary Arne Duncan, the Secretary of Education in Washington, D.C. I will be reading you verbatim my letter. If I lose eye contact with you, I apologize. President Obama didn't loan me his teleprompter, so I'm doing with what I have here with my camcorder. Then I will proceed to show you their response along with what they've presented to me. My name is Nick. I'm in Fort Myers, Florida. I've been a resident of Fort Myers, Florida for well over 40 years now. Originally from New Jersey. I was born in Piscataway, New Jersey at St. Peter's Hospital in New Brunswick, New Jersey, and I lived in Piscataway, New Jersey since I was a kid, before my parents uprooted me and moved down to sunny, hot, and humid Florida, where I've been a lifetime resident down here. With my student loans, they're around $50,000, both subsidized and unsubsidized, with the servicer being Sallie Mae, which we all know is crooked and full of corruption. And it's no secret that they pay off politicians to go their way for the voting and everything with legislation and laws and so forth. What I'm mainly hoping is for the law that's going to allow for automatic discharges in bankruptcy for the student loans. Then I could have my case reopened and the student loans discharged appropriately. Otherwise, I'm subjected to paying my attorney, if I had $3,000, to start the case in adversarial proceedings in federal bankruptcy court, which means I would have to actually sue Sallie Mae for the discharge, and it would have to be based upon undue hardship, which is very narrow in scope and tenure as far as what the criteria is concerned. And basically, since I do not have the $3,000, that's on hold, and basically I'm on hold too with the other part of the thing, because the legislation is still going through Congress right now, and hopefully they will get another hearing together with the subcommittee on administrative and commercial law with the committee chairman. I believe his name is Conyers or something to that effect. I hope that he will call Cryn and Robert to testify as an additional panel to their testimony, because we certainly need their voices added to ours to make our 230,000 plus voices heard loud and clear. And basically, I support that fully. And without further ado, this is the letter that I wrote to Secretary Arne Duncan, and basically it's a combination of my thoughts and the thoughts of Cryn when in her template. So it's a combination of my thoughts and Cryn's thoughts lumped together in this letter. And basically what it says is the subject is the student lending crisis, addressed to Secretary Arne Duncan, U.S. Department of Education, 400 Maryland Avenue Southwest, Washington, D.C., 20202. Reference: the student lending crisis. Dear Secretary Duncan, my name is Nicholas F. Sacca, and I am a supporter of the Forgive Student Loan movement. Very briefly, I am a longtime resident of well over 40 years to the Fort Myers, Florida area, originally from Piscataway, New Jersey. As a result of listening to my parents as a kid on their philosophy of how to get ahead in life, I took their well-intentioned advice and started my college life in 1980 in pursuit of business administration. My deceased mother, Catherine Sacca, always made sure I included plenty of computer classes in my class schedule. In her infinite wisdom, she was right on target with her gut feeling about what was right for me. My parents never graduated high school and were successful in life, even though we lived comfortably paycheck to paycheck. All we knew was taking whatever financial aid was awarded to me to pay for all my classes. But my parents never lived long enough to see the nightmare these loans have caused me every waking day of my life. I tried to start paying them off, but have been in forbearance to this date. I recently went through Chapter 7 bankruptcy only to learn by my attorney that my student loans through Sallie Mae cannot be automatically discharged, and I would have to go through a very expensive adversarial proceeding with Sallie Mae to get this discharged, and this would cost me well over $3,000 plus filing and other miscellaneous fees to my attorney, which I cannot afford, so I am stuck with being in a quagmire with this. Hopefully legislation in the Subcommittee for Commercial and Administrative Law will bear fruits that will allow for the automatic discharge of student loans once again. After all, student loans are no different from the discharge of credit cards, a private boat, a house, gambling debts, and so forth. Lastly, my total student debts are around $50,000, which are consolidated loans through Sallie Mae, both subsidized and unsubsidized. I currently possess an AA from Edison State College here in Fort Myers, Florida, an ASB from Penn Foster, formerly known as ICS Center for Degree Studies in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and a BS from Regis University in Denver, Colorado. At present, I am much unemployed after being laid off from Adecco Employment Services here in Fort Myers, Florida last October. If it weren't for my rent being subsidized from the Section 8 and being on food stamps as well as receiving emergency unemployment compensation, I would be very homeless right now. Therefore, since 1980, the promise of college opening many doors to higher income and job security and so forth has landed me into poverty right now, with the massive student loan debt looming over my head.